South African content creators are missing out a lot on making money on YouTube. There are about 5 contents that highly pay in CPM right here on YouTube that is not done by South African YouTubers. So South African YouTubers, I am not picking on you. I'm just giving you advice. Maybe you are experiencing some kind of stagnation on your YouTube channel, or maybe you no longer feel the content that you started with, but you want to change into something else. Yes, please, whatever you do, if you're going to change your niche, create a whole new channel so that the algorithm will start collecting data on that channel about what the channel is about. But I want to come to you and share with you the 5 contents that pay highly on YouTube, apart from your finance, your business, your insurance, and real estate content. But there's another one that I feel you can do as long as you have some kind of creativity and you have a good command of logic and understanding some few things in these type of contents that I'm going to talk about. Most of us are Africans, right? We come from African homes where there is a grandmother or at least an adult that would sit around with us and tell us African folk tales. That is like inganegwane, basically. Do you see where I'm going with this? So some of us have those stories within us, and we have not thought about turning those stories into real cash. Many African YouTubers, especially Nigerians, they tell folktale stories on their YouTube channels and they are getting hundreds of thousands of views, if not millions of views. And guess what? The CPMs on those stories can actually shock you. I've seen videos, people sharing that my folk tales channel, it pays me $10,000. And when you look at the channel and the videos, you actually see that this person is telling the truth. Why? Because they got 10 million views, 20 million views, and the video is about 35 to 45 minutes long, some even an hour long. Why? Because they are telling a story, and as they tell this story, they're also drawing the picture for the viewer to actually follow the story. Inganegwane are pretty easy to follow as well. Pretty easy to tell stories in Inganegwane. Or if you're not going to tell an African folk story, why don't you create your own? How many people are very creative with storytelling? I see a lot of storytelling of YouTubers, particularly when it comes to how when they approached by a rich man or getting involved in a relationship with a rich man, and how this rich man turned out to have a snake in their bedroom that needed to, that sort of stuff. I'm thinking to myself, this is an opportunity you're missing in turning that into an African folk story, like your modern African folk stories, and then you make a lot of money out of that, because the stories that you tell on your channel as just you with these days we have AI, you can literally create these characters that you are talking about using AI and showing the individual that you are talking about, and you are just doing a voice over.
Imagine starting a channel on YouTube and your very first video gets over 2 million views in less than 3 months. Well, that is the case for this particular channel, and you can see that they have only 11 videos and they already have 57,000 subscribers. So clearly they are doing something right. So this channel is telling African stories, but they're doing it using AI images. And in this video, I want to show you how to create similar AI animated story videos for your faceless YouTube channel. So the first thing is for us to be able to get a script or storyline for our video. For that, we are going to be using ChatGPT. We want to look for some topics. So this is the prompt that you're going to enter. Give me a list of title ideas for an animated YouTube video series about a dramatic African love story set in whatever culture. So there you can decide whichever culture you prefer. Include themes like forbidden love, family conflict, tradition, betrayal, or redemption. So those are themes that really reach out to people. So you can use any of those.
People are just hearing your voice and then you're telling these stories. Or you can even use AI itself by feeding it the script of the story that you are telling in order for it to actually hit and also go viral as well. Because these videos, they go viral. But I'm not saying that when you start the channel, you are going to take off immediately, like how YouTube works with everybody, you're going to have to be a little bit patient. Maybe around your 100th, 110th video, that is when you're going to start seeing a pickup. But you need to have these African folk stories already lined up and be able to tell them in an interesting way and in a way that is going to grow your channel, as well as get these millions of views as some of these African folk story channel tellers actually have on the continent. So do not sleep on this particular niche. Also, when you do tell these stories, do tell stories that also has some kind of your keywords that will increase your your CPM, like using words such as rich man, poor girl, or words such as a mansion or Ferrari, those words that will increase the CPM, life insurance type of thing. So tell those sort of stories, and then you will see and thank me later. The second niche that is not popular in South Africa, that is hardly done by South African content creators, is tech reviews. South Africans are so tech savvy. And I don't understand why there's no South African that can sit down and tell us about a new Samsung phone or a new iPhone or a new Asus computer or laptop, iPads, and all of those things. And also South African content creators who actually goes and purchase second-hand tech gadgets, I suppose, and then talk about those on the channels. This is a highly paying niche, guys. We're talking somewhere around $15 to $100 per 1,000 views, because you are talking about technology. Not only are you talking about technology, you are also opening doors of opportunity for you to get invited by iPhone or Apple basically, or you get invited to Samsung in South Korea, where they are going to be launching a new product, and you are right there in real time, because you've been invited, paid for flights, accommodation, everything. And on top of that, they still pay you because it may be a paid campaign for you to be there. All these opportunities, we seeming to miss them. If you want to learn more about this sort of niche, go and watch Marques Brownlee's channel and get an idea what he is talking about. Or you can go to Who's Mr. Boss channel. He does tech reviews. Get to see the style and what exactly they are.
First obvious advantage of the action camera is just how tough it's built, because yes, we know smartphones can do an incredible job with video too, but I don't know about you, I'm just not trying to risk my phone in all these precarious scenarios where it would be cool to get an angle, or you put the camera someplace where it could fall or get smacked around or take a beating, because that's my phone. So this has always been true since the beginning. I mean, this thing is airtight, it's built like a tank, it's waterproof to 20 meters with no case needed, much better than most smartphones. And then it's also super temperature resistant.
This is the $150 Juggernaut phone case that's actually used by the real military. Let's see how tough it is. Oh! And then this is a $10 case for comparison. Oh no. So the $10 case phone has got clear cracks all over the screen, but it does still work. On this phone, you can see where it's taken the impact, but nothing on the screen.
And I am telling you, in your household right now, starting with your cell phone, you can review your cell phone as part of tech review and garner some sort of traction. You can even walk into this tech shop, but try to do more like your low-cost shop, not exactly the Samsung, because Samsung already has people that are advertising these products for them. But you can go to like Cash Crusader and say, hey, listen, can I do a tech review on this gadget that you have here? I will do the entire video right here in your shop. And then on top of that, you are able to promote Cash Crusader in that particular area for other people to be aware that they sell these sort of gadgets in Cash Crusader. You can even go to Incredible Connection. You can go to Hi-Fi Connection. Is it Hi-Fi Connection or whatever corporation? And then you do those things. You ask the management. Sometimes they might even give you as a product for you to go and review. You experience the product, get to familiarize yourself with the features, etc., and so on, that you are going to talk to people about. All right. So it's important that you consider that, especially if you are a tech savvy individual and you are a student. If you are a student like in IT or just a student in general, this is something that you can raise your registration fee with, including your tuition fee with, your textbooks, as well as your rest. So do not sleep on this type of content. The third one is car review, like motor vehicle reviews. We don't have many, in fact, I don't think we have that many. I only know of two, and they are in Cape Town, and they just, what do you call this? They have a targeted, very niche down target down in Cape Town. Now, you can do new cars, used cars, cars that got involved in accidents, and they are on sale, and then how you can improve the technology in that, or whatever the case might be. You can do car reviews, brand new vehicles. You don't have to go and buy one. You can literally walk into BMW dealership as if you're coming to do some window shopping. All you are doing there, you are having the salesman tell you everything about this vehicle, everything about it. And the next thing you do, maybe if you're brave enough, ask him if you can make an entire video on everything that he just told you. This year, if they are going to say yes or no. In most cases, they're going to say yes. Why? Because they are in the business of making money. And if there's an opportunity that comes their way for them to make money and free advertisement, then they will give you that opportunity. Who knows, they might even sit next to you and you test drive the vehicle and show your audience what the capabilities of this particular new release in BMW or Mercedes-Benz or Range Rover or Lamborghini, whatever the case might be. You are the one who is going to curate that your schedule and the targets that you are going to approach once you start the channel. All right. And then, of course, the fourth one is product review. I don't see much product review channels in South Africa. Maybe they exist. It's just that I've never come across them where you are reviewing a product. I mean, household products. You can literally review this D5 fridge if you have it at home. Talk about the features, talk about what the defreezer does, talk about the main cabin does and what other else stuff that it has. Open it, show people your own fridge at home, microwave and SMAG products, whatever it is, review it, show to your, to your viewers, and you will see your channel grow. Of course, you are going to learn and expand this. Again, all of these things, what they do, they invite these companies like DeFi to say, hey, we want to send you our new release fridge. Please give us your address or whatever. And of course, they are not just giving it to you. They are giving it to you so that you can do a product review for them. It is what you call promotion. They might not pay you, but it's okay if they don't pay you. At least now you are known by DeFi that this is what you do. Next time when they really want to promote other products that they have in their store, they know exactly who to go to because they already have established a relationship with you. And then the fifth one and last, book reviews. I know South Africa is not necessarily a reading nation, but let me tell you something, the world out there, they are reading nations. Just because people in South Africa don't read does not mean that your videos are not going to make it out there in the world. There are people who are forever searching for book reviews. Some book clubs are looking for ideas for their book clubs. And there you are, reviewing maybe as an African author's book or whatever the case might be, literature and all that stuff, and make the background look exactly like how people that like reading books will look like. Either you have an entire library corner behind you, or you have books stacked or whatever you call it in the background, or you are in this nice comfortable fluffy looking area with some nice flowers and books here and there, and you review books. Once again, you will be attracting authors that are currently busy writing books and they want to promote these books. And in most cases, they would want to pay you for you to review their book. Do you see the opportunities in this? And yet we are not taking these opportunities, guys. We are doing content that everybody seems to think it's easy to do. And there's nothing wrong with that. Sometimes just challenge yourself. Yes, you are going to learn on the job because nobody just comes already, unless you are already an English literature teacher and this comes to you like second nature. Okay, we're not talking about, but learn on the job. And I'm telling you, by the time you get to your 50th video, you will be the best. All right. So I'm hoping that you are going to take these tips that I'm giving you and put them into action, especially the African folk stories. Inganegwane, all of us, we've been told Inganegwane. And I'm sure you can tell Inganegwane. If you have a granny who's still alive, open a YouTube channel for her. Let her tell Inganegwane on her channel, and you will see the amount of money she will be bringing in as a result of that, because many of us love listening to Inganegwane. I do not know a black person anywhere on the African continent that does not like to listen to Inganegwane. So start doing it. Let us all say toes, and then you tell us the story and make money. Hey, come on, South Africans. Come on. Learn from Nigerians. These guys are so proactive when it comes to YouTube. They throw in, but oh yeah, now just a warning. When you are going to tell these stories, and this is a mistake that is being made a lot by Nigerians, they would have like common names like Chioma, Chidima, and all of them tell a story about Chidima. And now the YouTube algorithm is like, is this copyright? And now it's demonetizing many channels because it's deeming those channels that are speaking about the same name, same character, same, most of the time is the name that gives it away. And don't give common names on your African folk stories. Create a certain name that makes sense though to people that are listening, that oh, like Ulwandle, like oh, but Ulwandle as well can be something that others might also adopt, or Owami, you know, those unique names now. I don't plan down to Togo like myself, you know, but just make sure that you are smart about it, and also always think about the algorithm, that I must not tell a story that is going to not make me money. Trigger the algorithm to send your videos to the right ads so that you make the right money. All right. Anyways, please don't leave the video without liking, sharing, commenting, and subscribing. And I'm looking forward to hear from you in the comment section. If you know somebody, or are you that somebody who's been thinking, or maybe you have stories in your head, turn them into African folk story. Even if it's a real life, nobody will know. As long as you tell it like an old folk story and then make money. All right. Ciao.